Hello, YouTube. I'm Vince White. I'm an employment attorney, and on this channel, we answer publicly posted questions from YouTube users, getting folks the answers they need from an employment attorney. Quick note. Our firm has had a rash of settlements, which is tremendous. I love when people get paid the amount they want to accept, and the clients make an informed decision, and they're happy with their settlement, and they accept their settlement. It means we help them, and then we profit by helping, and that makes me happy. Makes me happy to help. Makes me happy to get money. It's a win-win. As long as the client's happy. And that's great. But as a result, we have about 10 to 20 openings right now on our case list to take 10 to 20 additional cases. Now, let me be clear. We are not cutting any deals. We are still a premium option. We are still expensive. We are still urging you to check with local counsel first. Shop around before you call us. Make sure there's actually a reason why you'd be calling a more expensive national firm that flies attorneys around the country. It is expensive to fly attorneys around the country. We charge accordingly. We are expensive because we fly attorneys, really good attorneys, around the country and then put them up for long-term trials wherever you might be. That is an expensive proposition. So don't call me if you're like, hey, I need a deal. I'm going to have you take this case on 15% contingency, no money down. Ha 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 ha. Don't call me. Call someone else. Don't call anyone. You're wasting everyone's time. That being said, if there's some reason you've gone through local counsel, you're not happy with local counsel options where you are, and it's time to talk to the national firms, by all means, we're looking to take 10 to 20 additional cases. We're happy to talk to you. Our intake folks stand ready. Our call centers are poised 24/7 for your call, and our intake staff would be thrilled to hop on the phone with you, get a summary, and potentially hook you up for a free half-hour call with an attorney. Happy to help. Thrilled to help if we can. And helping people is how we make our money. So we get to feel good about helping, and we get that sweet, sweet money. The ducats, the gold, the Bitcoin, whatever you want to call it. We accept all currencies. Anyways, I digress. We have a question here from YouTube user Amber Lee 8807 who says, hey Vince, what happens after the employer, the defendant, responds to a complaint filed in state court, or federal court, I presume, and denies or no responses to everything? It is a gut punch after providing all the evidence. Retaliation has gotten worse at work. Okay, Amber Lee, here's the wild thing. I get that it's a gut punch. I've had this conversation with hundreds, if not thousands, of plaintiffs in your position. And I always tell them, well, the employer didn't have a choice. If they don't deny all the allegations in the complaint, in their answer, the case is over, at least in terms of that claim. Right? If you file a complaint and you say my employer engaged in gender discrimination, and the employer does not say we did not engage in gender discrimination, then they have failed to deny that claim. And you might just prevail. So I understand that you filing your complaint, which is an emotional moment for a plaintiff who's been through a lot, feel as though this is a gut punch. But I will stress, realistically, in most jurisdictions, the employer did not have a choice. To the extent that they wanted to fight this case, which of course they do want to fight this case, because whether or not they want to go to trial, they want a lower settlement. So they have to fight it at least a little bit, right? Otherwise, they're just throwing themselves at the mercy of the court saying, oh, okay, we did it. We're sorry. How much do we pay? Which is not what they're going to do. That's not how our system works, not realistically. So they got to deny. They got to deny. And they got to deny everything. Otherwise, they're going to be guilty of whatever they don't deny. So while I completely understand why it's a gut punch, it feels like a gut punch, perhaps because you don't really understand the system, which is not a criticism of you, Amber Lee, in any way. It's not your job to understand the system. Your attorney should have kind of clued you in that this was going to happen before it happened. Because at that point, the attorney could say, hey, this is going to happen and it has to happen. And your employer doesn't have a choice. So it shouldn't be that upsetting to you when it happens because your employer didn't have a choice. They have to do this. And when we engage in that in our firm, we find it does not mitigate all the harm that our plaintiffs experience. But it does reduce the harm, right? This gut punch feeling that you're experiencing, if properly explained in advance, we can take like 70% off the gut punch. That feeling can be reduced by about 70%, is what we found with proper warning, an explanation. Here, it seems like your counsel may not have taken the time to do that. And so you're on the internet commenting to some loser on the internet named Ben about how it feels. And I feel really bad because I don't personally know, like I haven't felt it, but I know through hundreds, if not thousands of clients that this really hurts. It's really upsetting. Like super strong, stoic people have expressed to me how crushing and how difficult it was to read the feelingless, rote denials of the employer's answer, the defendant's answer in a lawsuit. And it took me years of my career to learn there's something I can do to help. I can get out ahead of that and say, hey, we're filing this answer in federal or state court. And I misspoke. We're filing this complaint in federal or state court. And your employer, the defendant, is going to have to file an answer. And that answer is going to have to be a rote denial. It's going to be robotic. It's going to be uncaring. And it's going to deny everything. It's what they have to do. They don't really have a choice. And that's not a perfect warning. Doesn't make the gut punch not happen. It just reduces the severity of the feeling of being gut punched. So I guess you could say I've got partial learning from my career. I have partially learned how to mitigate this. And I would love, Amberly, if we could have a discussion about what you think might have mitigated this further for you. What could have made this that much better for you? Because I would love to further develop my ability to reduce the harm to my clients, because it is very, very important to treat the well-being of your employment plaintiff, your victim of workplace discrimination or workplace sexual harassment. You have to treat their well-being as a slowly regenerating resource, right? The harm that you experience in reading these rote denials of the answer from the defendant can go on, can go on for literal months. That harm can impact your judgment, impact your ability to enjoy life, your friends, your family, your hobbies, impact your sleep, right? It is a detriment to your well-being. And I'm very proud of myself because I'm an arrogant piece of shit that I can make it less bad. I think I'm swell. I think I'm so creative. But I'm not, because I haven't solved the problem. So if you have an idea how to solve the problem completely, I would love to hear it. We'll run testing. We'll do A/B testing. We'll try different tactics with different clients. Like, you got ideas, I'll run them. Try to help folks. But I will say, I've tried a lot. Not the world's most creative guy, but I've tried a few ideas. And the only one that moved the needle was the explanation and warning in advance. So, Amberly, I hope everything's going well with your case. I think you posted this, back in February of 2025. So, listen, I hope everything's going great in your case. Maybe you're already paid. I don't know. But I'm rooting for you, cheering for you. Excuse me. And if you have ideas about how we could lessen the gut punch feeling, please don't hold back. Comment down below. And if this video was helpful, please, folks, comment down below, like, subscribe, all the things. It helps more people. It helps us to help more people just like you. Take care.